What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we're going to go over my security control list I took to the Digimon Colosseum's Content Creator Cup, and sadly we didn't get more than past round 1. We faced against True Champ Steven, we faced against Benjamin Lee, and we faced against Joe Dobby. All great content creators, really powerful players in the game. Definitely give them a follow. Go check them out. They're really swell people. They're a lot of fun to play against, and it's a blast to see. So guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe on the video. I can tell you a little bit of what my matchups were. My first matchup was none other than me playing against True Champ Steven. He took his Lord Nightmon with the Kyrie Splash and little bit in there, allowing him to remove security, and I was able to, while he did that, he gained 1 memory. Very powerful skill when he loses it, and it kept it so that it would pass to his turn when he needed, or it would gain him more with Blinding Ray. Instead of making Blinding Ray a 2 memory gainer, it became a 3 memory gainer. So it was very important to see that kind of card. Very great synergy that most people probably underrate, but I definitely think it's a great tech. I beat him in 3. The matchup was very close. He ended up bricking game 3, where he just didn't have ultimates and champions. I just was able to control board state and just keep it. That's how I got to game 3. Then we faced against Benjamin Lee. He won game 1. He was gonna lose game 2, but it ended up like I needed 1 more turn, and we were in turns in time, and then they called to stop, which would mean he wins, but he recorded it as a tie for both. He saying he lost 1 and I won 1, so he created a tie situation. Nothing against Benjamin Lee. I told him to take the win and just report it as a tie, but he recorded it as a 1 win, 1 loss. So that was fun. He played Lilithmon Loop, and that was a very time consuming deck because that deck takes a lot of time in itself. And for all the combo pieces, it's a lot more longer deck than Security Control. But there's also other decks that I faced. Was the one from Joe Dobby. That match we were sweating bullets. We were really close. Game 1, game 2, and then we played game 3 was our hardest match yet. If game 1 I had a ultimate flare or anything to get rid of those rookies, I would have been fine, but sadly I didn't get a Mistamon either, just to get rid of his last couple of rookies, just to get those final swing, remove board threat and win. Sadly, multiple times I got him to deck out, and it was crazy. So guys, if you like them, definitely give them a follow, and let's go over the deck profile. So let's go over the Digitama. So first off, we have 4 Cupimons. Cupimon is a great card because if we Digivolve on top of our rookie, then we gain a draw 1, and then we'll remove it later. Especially going first, we'll do this, or going second. The 3rd turn will come in, swing in, and we'll gain another card. Doesn't matter if it dies. The fact of the matter is it gets us 2 cards out of the deal, and late game this could be a Salamon and it'll do us a 3-card favor, which is amazing. Which, as long as they do their job and gave us a +1, they did their job right. And as I mentioned before, let's talk about the recovery package. First off, for Salamon. Salamon's really good because it can Digivolve on top of the Cupimon very easily. And if you have 3 or fewer security, trigger +1. So we can go to 4 very easily. We can go to 2 very easy. We can go to 3 very easily, and then combo in with Magna Romon and just gain a lot of advantage that way. Go back from 2 to 3 to 5 is really devastating for a lot of players because that is a lot of work to constantly take out like 20 security, and that gets ridiculous fast. We have not 1 but 3 Lucimons. So while you have 10 or more cards in trash, you can play this for 5, which is really solid. Being able to, they choke you at 2, give them 3 is really good. On play, recovery +1, and all turns this Digimon can only Digivolve into Digimon with Lucimon in their card name. So that is how that goes. Lucimon is being Lucimon. recovery. Another on play recovery play is Magna Angemon. Magna Angemon lets us on play our greatest going first card. So we'll hard play this, recovery +1. Now we're at 6. If we do Blade of Truth the following turn, we get a +3 cards, which, oh boy, that's crazy, especially getting us in card advantage. That means that could be Easy's Javelin in our hand, Gaia Force, anything like that. We don't mind. Gets us more recovery, more Digimon in our hand, which we do need. So this card is really good. It also has a great inheritable when this Digimon gains 1000 DP for every 3 cards. If we're going first to second, doesn't matter. If we can recovery 1, we get to 6. They're not going to swing in right away. We can Digivolve up if they give us 3, and then swing in, get a couple extra memory. We can go Magna Dramon. So Magna Dramon, great on play for late game, but great for its Digi-Evolution. While Digivolving, until you can play a Lucemon for free, a Bushy Agumon for free, and just go off from there. And it gets really crazy really fast, but its greatest ally is when you have 3 or fewer, recovery +2. Being able to recover +2 is fantastic, in my opinion, boys and girls. So definitely don't sleep on that. Next, let's talk about removal. So first off, let's go with rookie removal, Mistamon. Mistamon is on play 2 of your opponent's Digimon gets -3000 DP. Being able to 3000 DP something is really good. This deck really wants to be, I respond to what you did, so let's see what you can do. So I love it. I like it a lot. There's nothing I can say about it that's wrong. Then we also have Chaos Volderarm. Major reason why we love Chaos Volderarm in this deck is if we Digivolve, we swing in with Magna Dramon that we played, we get a Lucemon out, we can Digivolve it into this and now remove 2 ultimates, deal a damage, recovery 1. That's 4 things you did in 1 turn. Most players can't recover from that. It's a really tough climb back up, especially with Volderarm being a big threat, because if it's deleted, you gain 3 memory, so they'll either have to remove it at the right time when they're at 0, or they're going to waste too much resources. And this card being able to pop 2 blockers, 2 ultimates is just really good. Then another major rookie killer, Ultimate Flare. Ultimate Flare triggers DG Evolution 3 and then delete all Digimon with play cost 3. So the reason why we like this card so much is for the fact that Ultimate Flare can Digivolve an Omnimon down to a lower level, and let's say they had a couple mats and ties, that's only dealing now 1 damage because now the condition isn't met and they couldn't constantly keep checking because it's not a inheritable or anything like that. Like even Digivolving an inheritable stack, they'll lose security if it's in that stack of the Digi Evolution. It's crazy, it's very powerful, and it's nuts. Then we have 4, Gaia Force. Gaia Force lets us remove any threat in this game, and I love being able to blow up everything and anything in this game and just make our opponent just cringe in fear when having to play against it, which that is the main objective at all times. Next, we do play 1 Plasma Spike. Plasma Spike is a really solid card, in my opinion. Being able to be an Omnimon killer or a straight up, guess what? Besides Omnimon, Lord Nightmon killer. This is our Lord Nightmon killer in a nutshell. If revealed in security, they lose it. And that can set them back a whole bunch of turns, easily removing. So that's 5 basically Gaia Forces in this deck. A 4-cost Gaia Force that removes something. Then we're going to talk about it. We play 2 Sevens. 7 Heaven is just a great card all around. Being able to remove an ultimate is its goal. Primary objective. What is your primary objective? Remove ultimates or less. That is your goal in life, and that's all you're going to do. Next, we have Eden's Javelin. Eden's Javelin lets us draw a card and then trigger draw +1, which that drawing a card and then counting our hand and then DP minusing whatever's on the board is just too good in this game, in my opinion. Being able to set our opponent back is Very great. It's an ultimate killer as well. The main goals is ultimate killer, mega killer, mega killer. Well, level 7 killer or Lord Nightmon Slayer, anything killer, and then this is to de-digivolve, remove board state. Then we have Omnimon Zawart Defeat. Zawart Defeat is really nice because Zawart Defeat comes in from the security for free. If revealed, this card, it will apply pressure the whole game because they have to remove it. If they do, they're going to lose something. But it also is great when we can digivolve on top of one of our surprise Digimon for an added bonus feature. So being able to blow up a tamer is sometimes really useful. Next, we do play Chromon. The reason why we play Chromon is 1, it's an AK body. It's a 5 cost. So going second or third or whatever, if they choke you at 2 and they got a tamer out, instantly play this down and boom. They have to remove this, especially in the Lord Nightmon matchup. This 8K requires a War Growlmon and a Nightmon to remove if they're going first and stuff like that. So if they don't want you to get into like combos with Magna Drummon and stuff like that, they have to remove this. And other combos related to is Nightmon into Slash. But are they going to waste their resources on Slash? No. Are they going to do anything else? Is not going to remove this. And they go Starmon, it's not going to remove it. So it's not enough to remove it. Chromon is just a high target DP that is a threat in itself. And I don't want to give my opponent too much memory at the end of the day. Next, 2 Blades of Truth. Imported draw engine here. It's really our only draw engine besides Digivolving. So being able to get a couple cards means that we might get a new recovery card, we might get a new damage destruction card. It's just all around great cards that we do need to see in this deck. Next, we play 3 Bushy Agumon. Besides the fact that it has Rush, and it can be cheating with Magna Drummon to get us that final lethal attack, it digivolves on top of Cupimon here and swings in and gains us 1 card. It gains 2 cards for us out of Digievolution, and that its goal was met. Anything else is added value, to my opinion. So it's really good. Next, we do play the Tai Kamiya. All your Digimon gain plus 1000 DP. Congratulations, that's a really solid tech choice. I think this allows us also to play our red options very easily. Instead of relying on red and shutting off majority of the recovery package that you would have and just playing a bunch of stuff that just doesn't help, I feel like this version is a lot more consistent and it does the exact same thing you want it to do all the time. There's nothing that it won't do. That is what security is supposed to do. Then we do play Izzy. Izzy will never go off most of the time unless you see all 3 of your ultimate flares back to back. And then you better pray you can recover and place all those in there. And then make your opponent just sad. Izzy's just great. It's a memory resetter guaranteeing us 3 memory a turn. And then it's also that stacking where you can just tell yourself, Gaia Force, I'll recover that Gaia Force in, or I won't see this right away, but let me draw this, be able to recover this anyway, get the option in there as soon as possible to blow up something. It does really help out at the end of the day. And then we got Mastamon herself. Mastamon is in here for the mirror match, and I was trying to spice it in because I wanted a card that could digivolve into Zawart Defeat very easily without having to commit too much board state. But I was not thinking this card is like a hit or miss at the moment with me. I don't know if I'll keep it, but for now I'm keeping it in here to see how well it does. If it shows up that I just don't want to use it, I'll remove it and I'll put in Magna Drummon or something like that. But it's this very nice spicy tech that I want to try out. So guys, you can always play other cards in this slot, but I wanted a target for this, be able to play Bushy again, play a Lucamon again, maybe play a Salamon again, just to get some more advantage out. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Remember, follow the content creators that played in the tournament. Definitely give them a big shout out, get a round of applause for everybody that played, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.